camouflaged state. And even more camouflaged than the world. Even more camouflaged than the octopus. Why? Because we don't stand for truth. We don't even know and understand what the truth really is. You see, we're walking around as Christians, but we're blending with all the other denominations, assuming that that's okay. We have economical movements that are taking place around the world, and we're in agreement with all these things. Let's just unite on common ground. Have you guys ever heard of that? Yes. Unite on common ground? Yeah, that's blending. That's camouflaging. But God didn't call His remnant church to camouflage. He called His remnant church to do what? Turn to the next slide, please. Matthew chapter 5 tells us what He called His church to do. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Let your light so shine before the world in such a way that they may see your good works and glorify who? Your Father who is in heaven. This is what God called His church to do today. Not to blend with other churches, not to hold on to the similarities of all the churches, but to stand out and be different. But we don't understand our identity. We're trying to be like everyone else. So the second one is, we need to embrace our distinctive identity. We need to embrace it. Take hold of it. Next slide, please. Esther chapter 4 tells us where this takes place. Then Mordecai commanded and answered Esther, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house, more than all the Jews. For if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place. I'm going to pause there. You see, she thought she could escape the difficulty. She could escape the criticism, the humiliation, all of these things. She wasn't really willing to embrace the fact that she was different. She was a different person. And we need to be willing to embrace it. Next slide.